What's up guys, it's Go Hollywood here, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Instead of playing a deck I've already built, I'm going to build a deck from scratch. Now I had an idea, I've seen a couple lists floating around, but nothing set in stone and nothing that I've seen overly competitive. So we're going to try today to make a competitive artifacts deck. Now there's numerous ways you can build this. In one of the last expansions for Historic, they released Tempered Steel enchantment. I was kind of intrigued by that, but I don't know how good it is. We're going to take a look without it and see what we can come up with. So let's get into a fresh deck. Format Historic. Let's click on our colorless icon. Alright, so if we're doing artifacts, we're going to be... Let's start with our creature base first. Ornithopter seems good. Free artifacts. Let's go with 4. Gingerbrute seems good, being able to go unblockable. Let's add 4. Now I have an idea. We're going to add Sparring Construct because of its ability to put a 1/1 counter on one of our creatures when it dies. And I want to try to abuse our ability to put 1/1 counters on things with a 1-mana artifact right here in the Ozolith. So because it's legendary, my rule is usually when I play with legendary cards, unless it has important relevance the turn it comes out, like your Planeswalkers or Questing Beast, I generally like to play 3. 4 can leave dead cards in your hand if you draw too many, and 3 allows you the highest chance of drawing at least 1 copy. So we're going to put 3 Ozolith in the deck. Playing artifacts and we're playing counters, we obviously have to play Steel Overseer. So let's go for Steel Overseer. Now is Voltaic Servant good? It's good with the Steel Overseer, that's for sure. Untap target artifact. I mean, if we have a big attacker, we can untap it as well. Let's try him out. I feel like him and Steel Overseer together I mean, granted, if we can avoid a bit of interaction, could just run over someone. We have Karns here too. Karn's -2 seems fun, and just card advantage in an artifact deck seems good. But also Karn the Great Creator just allows us to grab stuff out of our sideboard. So I'm going to start, I think, without them in the deck. Let's just go more of an aggro type deck, and then if we want, we can check them out later. Definitely want 4 Stonecoil Serpent. So we're gonna have a splash color because the payoff for having all the artifacts in their deck is going to be an enchantment. All that glitters. Also, since we're in white, that allows us to play some Glass Caskets. So we'll start with 3, and if we like it, we can go up to 4. We have 58 cards right now. 24 lands seems a bit high. If we stick 2 and less, we could probably play Lurrus as our companion. So let's start off with a Lurrus and see how we like that. Okay, we need 2 more cards. What do we want? The Gargoyle seems interesting. Doesn't seem great. Shadow Spear also is maybe a 1-of, seems quite interesting. It's something we could get back with Lurrus. Since we're playing Lurrus, we might want to have main deck Graveyard Hate that could at least cycle and draw us a card every turn. It seems expensive to draw a card and replay it off of Lurrus constantly. This only costs 1 to do the same. So let's add 1 Soul Guide Lantern and 1 Shadow Spear and try this for our creature base. Since we have only 7 white sources, we're going to throw in a bunch of colorless lands. So we'll play the Void. We can play Blast Zone as a utility land. We're putting counters on things, so we'll try out a Karn Bastion. Try Labyrinth. We'll try an Enclave. That doesn't seem great. I'm thinking either a Field of Ruin or a Ghost Quarter. I don't know what I want more. We'll start with the Ghost Quarter. $24 lands seems high though. I'm sure we could trim a couple quite easily. Let's just run a match like this and see how it feels, and we can adjust after that. So let's call this deck Artifacts. And let's run it. Let's actually try to change this first. Maybe we can get a white. Yeah. Ah, perfect. Let's go Historic Ranked, and actually, since we're just testing, we'll go play. I don't want to wreck my rank just yet. I do feel this deck is a little land heavy, so well, let's see how it does. I guess we keep this. I'm gonna hold the Stone Coil until I have more mana, just because we don't have a way to make anything bigger yet. Let's go Sparring Construct, Ornithopter, and then next turn probably, oh yeah, okay, here we go. Playing red. If I see white, we're gonna play Overseer first. So next turn we can put a counter. We can put 2 counters on, and maybe hopefully survive a Deafening Clarion. take. So we'll cry only if he has another black. Okay, doesn't matter. So he's probably just going to cast this next turn. What do I want to do? I think just maximize. Let's just go Servant, Gingerbrute. Attack for 2. Construct blocks better because it can at least put a counter on something. I'm okay with that. Lurrus kind of looking good here. Gives us something to do since we have nothing to do. I'd like to probably get a couple mana though, so I can play Lurrus and Overseer in the same turn. And all that glitters would be awesome to take off the top as well. So we'll make our 2 Gingerbrutes unblockable. Untap 1. Our set is super fine. I think I have to take a turn off and hit Narset. If he has any type of sweep, I suppose we can still sacrifice a Gingerbrute. Okay, that's probably just game. I'm not going to concede yet. Now I'm going to concede. So not being able to find an Ozolith or an All That Glitters there wasn't great. We got a bunch of low-powered creatures and they really need to work together, so let's get some packs. See if we can get some wild cards. I do kind of want to see that enchantment. I can't remember what it's called. Oh, nice. There's at least one. I'd like to try 2. So let's go to decks, go back to artifacts. Let's take off the companion and go not collected. Historic Anthology 3. Tempered Steel. It's definitely a payoff with all the creatures we have. It might be better than Lurrus. Let's go 2. Lurrus is out. And then we can actually cut 2 lands. We weren't super land heavy there, but I still think that we overall are. Let's try this out and see how it does. If anybody's having any success with this, please leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you're using and how you're using it to success. Since Lurrus is gone, I should actually cut this card. Yeah, we have no creatures. We can't keep this. Okay. Keep 6. I'm actually going to get rid of the Shadow Spear. I'm just not going to need that right now. Well, there's the Tempered Steel. Looking pretty good if we can hit another land. I'm not playing the Stonecoil Serpent out because if we don't hit another land and he doesn't play anything relevant for me to Glass Casket, I want to maximize on what I cast it for. Awesome, well there's land, so let's just go ahead and jam. Okay. Probably a Field of the Dead deck, I'm thinking. Could just be a Gates deck. He's definitely got his colors. Oh, that's a decent draw. I just don't even have to worry about Earl coming out and gaining him any life. He has 1 white source. He could be playing Ritual. Highly doubted. Probably more likely Shatter, but we're just going to play this anyways. If he has it, he has it. If he doesn't, we just win next turn. Lurrus, maybe if you wanted to build a sideboard for this, would be an interesting sideboard option. Just against removal heavy and sweeper decks. Imagine grabbing a sweeper. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 gates. Yeah. Let's go ahead and draw a card. Well, that we can glass casket. Another one. Well, I guess I burnt that a little soon. I guess we're just looking for an all that glitters now. Maybe 4 mana Karn would be good. So then I can at least dig through my deck looking for it. Like, we're definitely not dead with the Overseer here, as long as he doesn't have more interaction.
This isn't a fight you can win.
Either tucks the Steel or the Overseer.
Hold that thought.
Blocker. Another Overseer. Okay. I should have played that first. Definitely. That was a mistake. I think we're pretty much out of this game. Maybe we want another glass casket as well, just a little bit more interaction. I just need a way to push through damage. There's a casket. If I casket the Grazer, I can kill Teferi. But what does that even do? He's got 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 16. Like, we're pretty dead. I'm gonna casket Uro, so at least he can't play 2 lands a turn. just gonna concede. We'll just go to the next one. "22 lands seems good. We haven't really got to go crazy with the Ozolith. Lantern was relevant in that matchup. The only way to really push through would have been a Ginger Brute, the Shadow Spear that we did bottom, or Stonecoil Serpent. Okay, so let's go and add Mechagodzilla. And then let's just cut the Lantern. I'm actually going to keep the Shadow Spear just because of Tempered Steel. So I'm going to trim an Ozolith. Actually, we're just going to cut Ozolith because we're playing Tempered Steel. There's that white and blue owl that grabs, I believe, an artifact or an enchantment out of your deck for 4. It's hybrid mana. That might be something we're interested in, just to find either a Shadow Spear or an All That Glitters. It could be also that I just want 4 Tempered Steel. Without a Steel Overseer, I don't think the Servant is as good. Okay, what are we doing here? I would like to race, but next turn we can do 2 and 1. So let's just play a Servant. No attack. Oh, I should have attacked. That was a misplay. I'm just worried if he kills something. If we can wait to play at least Ginger Brute and All That Glitters at the same turn, then whatever we put on to the All That Glitters, he won't be able to kill it in response. Okay, so nothing to play off of that. That's 3 mana. Must mean that he has 4 mana spells, so probably a couple Questing Beast. Put on the Ginger Brute because he can go unblockable. And I will trade this for his whole board. Could also be Embercleave in his hand. Okay. So he's going to be able to shoot. That's a good draw. And we're just going to play that 5, 6, 7, 8. So he can still block with these two, but he can't trade off. So he could jump here. Servant actually doesn't look as bad with tempered steel. I think I do want 2 more tempered steel. I think that would be optimal. I mean, sure. Let's get out our Mechagodzilla. He has lifelink, so we'll definitely be swinging with him next turn. Okay, well that wasn't actually too bad. 2 rare. Do we still have 2 rare? Oh my goodness. Well, if we have 2 rare still, let's go ahead and craft some cards. Okay. I like this. So let's cut one servant. I'm gonna cut a land. I'm gonna cut this. I don't think we're ever gonna be activating that. Especially if our servants are untapping our creatures for blocking. Alright. This hand seems good. The question is, do I want to play this on 1? I think the answer is probably yes. We'll definitely keep that. I'm playing this on 2. I'm playing this on 3, so there's no way I'm casting it anytime before 1, so... Okay, our opponent seems to be doing kind of the same idea. I'm just going to get creatures out because I'm playing this steel the next turn anyway, so let's just hold on to all that glitters, especially in case he's got some removal. Blue. Okay. Could be, well, can't be playing Teferis. Could be playing that blue-white enchantment that does the same thing but gives them lifelink. Well, it's unfortunate we didn't get to play that out. I wanted to see how that match was going to go. I'm going to actually just change it up and put Banishing Light into the main deck. Let's take out Shadow Spirit and Trim a Casket and just grab 2 Banishing Light. I think that's what I want to do. Went too far. I'm going to cut a Blast Zone and add a Plains as well. Okay. Well, we have 3 pieces removal, a brute, and all that glitter, so if they can't kill our brute, we could go all the way. Ornithopter is a fine draw, allows us to block. And now we can just all that glitters on the Ornithopter. I'm gonna casket this. Okay, our opponent seemed to be all in it as well. On the play, Stonecoil Serpent, Brute, double all the glitters. I like it a lot. I'm going to lead with the Bastion and the Serpent. If he's playing Teferis, we'll save the Ginger Brute to potentially hasten and kill a Teferi after it bounces our Serpent. Oh, just waiting patiently. Ornithopter's a great draw. A land would be perfect here. Okay, we're gonna divide our damage between the 2 creatures. So if he Teferis and bounces one of them, we at least can keep a creature with an all that glitters out. And that'll just be lethal. That was the wrong one to bounce because that's free, so that pumps our all that glitters. So a mistake by the opponent. Yeah. Well, that's what we want the deck to do. So how can we make it so the deck does it consistently? Let's go into ranked and try a match out with it and see how it feels. If we had at least one white, I would keep this, but I'll keep this. It's possible we don't want to be playing colorless lands. We might just want to be playing all planes. That might be too slow. So he's thinking about killing our Ornithopter. Maybe a Domri's Ambush. We're fine with that. Steel Overseer is the one we want to keep alive. Okay, getting aggressive. All that glitters is a reasonable pickup. That allows us to at least block. And survive a Domri's Ambush. I mean, if he wants to attack and giant us, that's bad. So if he attacks with everything, we'll block the elves just to be safe. No blocks. Okay, we need to be able to double spell here though, or we're in trouble. Menace. No attacks again. Three, 6. So it's looking like an Embercleave. Or he's just going to use that giant finally. Land, we can double spell. There we go. And if they can survive, we're in a really good spot. And if we can get out the Tempered Steel. So we have to have a lot of things go right for us. Well, that's one of them. Bastion actually is relevant now because if we don't draw anything, we can proliferate. Awesome. Feels good to beat Gruul, especially ranked. Okay, let's take one last look at the deck. Just having the utilities as one-ofs I think is fine. Not having white when we need the white isn't fine. So it could be possible that these should just be plains, that we don't need the scry. I need to play a little bit more with the deck to come to a conclusion on that, and if we went up to all plains, we could even just throw in a castle as something else to do with our mana. I like the split of Banishing Light and Glass Casket. I know it didn't come up on while I was playing, but not being able to hit anything bigger than what Glass Casket hits, the deck's just not fast enough, I don't think. So having the 2-2 split seems good just to cover all your bases, so at least you have an answer to everything. The free spells are really important. It seems that when you're playing all that glitters, to just have those explosive starts. I don't know if Sparring Construct's good enough. It seems fine. overall, I like the deck and I'm going to continue to work on it and see how it does in the future. If you like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can see when I create more videos. I will be doing more decks. I have a lot of original ideas I'd love to get to you guys. Please comment and give me some feedback, maybe some things you guys would like to see. Thanks a lot. I'll see you next time.